All right. Hi, Sarah. It's nice to see you today. Um, did you find the office okay?
Oh yeah, thanks for asking.
Cool. Sounds good. I just wanted to discuss confidentiality before we started our session today. So that basically just means that everything we talk about in here will stay in here and between us. However, if you say anything where I think you're at risk to harm yourself or to others, I would just have to let my supervisor know. Is that okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. I know this is our second session, so we just talked about pretty general things last time. Didn't get too much into detail, so I wanted to see if there was anything that you specifically wanted to talk about right now.
Yeah, recently I did break up with my partner of 2 years, and I've just been struggling trying to adjust back to life without them. Yeah, we were together for 2 years and it was going really well, and found out that they cheated on me, and so I ended it like pretty abruptly. And so I'm just having some issues with closure. I just, yeah, feelings of like, like regret, or like, did I make the right choice? But also, I was disrespected, and then like realizing all these other maybe red flags that were already there that I was ignoring. And yeah, just a lot of different feelings coming up right now.
Gotcha. So it sounds like what you're saying is that once you found out that your partner cheated on you, you were feeling pretty upset and that you were starting to regret things in your relationship.
Yeah, I was feeling really upset, and I was just like maybe regretting my decision of breaking up with them. Um, but also like, yeah, regretting giving like maybe like a part of myself away that I didn't, that now like I wish I wouldn't have done that. But um just like, yeah, it was just like frustrating to find out and then have them like try to cover it up with more lies too. That's just like made it worse. I feel like Uh, I think that was the reason I needed to end it there. Is like, if you're not even like willing to own up about the problem initially after you've been caught, like, that's a big red flag.
Right, that totally makes sense. And that's definitely something to notice, especially when that's someone that you should be able to trust and feel comfortable around.
Yeah.
So it sounds like when you were talking about your relationship, that you're kind of going back and forth a little bit. So there were some good parts about your relationship as well.
Yeah, there's definitely good times. Um, at a point in my life, I probably would have considered them like one of my best friends. I we we were really close for a while, and we did everything together, and I think maybe there was like almost like a point of codependency though at that point, like maybe like together too much and like depending too much on each other. And I think that that's why it's been so difficult for me to transition back to life just being single. um but yeah, I'm working on it.
Right. How's the transition been going so far?
Yeah, so like this past week just been like with my support systems, and um like watching comfort movies to feel better, listening to music that makes me feel better, and just like, trying to get off social media and not like looking them up, and not like trying to bring up old feelings and make myself feel worse. But yeah, mainly just like spending time with like people that lift me up and like remind me who I am.
Mhm.
I spend
Those
that.
are all great coping skills. So that's great that you're able to identify those and use those as you go through this transition. And I know you just said you like to hang out with your friends. Would you say you have a couple good friends that are in your support system?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like I'm very lucky to have like collected like a good group of friends that like will be there for me when I need them to. I can depend on them.
That's good. That's good. It's always important to have people in your life that you can depend on and rely on,
Yeah.
especially as you go through this time. Um, and something that I also wanted to bring up is kind of how you said you are now identifying as single and how it's a transition period for you. And I wanted to hear what it kind of looks like for you to um, be single and focus on yourself. Is there anything specifically that you've been like working on or anything on your mind?
Yeah, I feel like just like getting used to like going and doing things by myself, like getting the groceries or like just like little tasks that like were mundane that I don't know, being with someone else made it more fun, but like now I have to do them by myself, which is okay. I've been it's kind of like I don't know, it's kind of empowering though when I like get all my groceries and I carry them all in by myself and I like get my big jug of water and like fill it up like with 5 gallons of water and like carry that up by myself. I'm like, okay, well, I'm a strong, independent woman. I can do this myself.
Good.
After you get used to like someone doing stuff like that for you. But no, yeah, it's kind of refreshing. I was very, very independent before I met that person. And like I feel like I'm like gaining that part of myself back, which
Mhm.
is refreshing.
Good. Well, it sounds like this transition period is also while you grieve that relationship, it sounds like you're starting a new one with yourself and kind of getting to know yourself again and
Yeah.
feeling empowered and independent. So that's great. And I love that. So I sounds like that's definitely the biggest thing you're gaining out of this experience. Is there anything else that you feel like you've learned through this transition and breaking up with your partner?
I think that in breaking up with my partner, I realized that they might have been holding me back in some aspects. And there were parts of me that were really sad, but there were also parts of me that it kind of felt like a weight have been lifted off of my shoulders. Like I was almost too much responsibility of this other person on me, where they needed to like learn how to take care of themselves first before they were even in a relationship in the first place, and it wasn't my responsibility to take care of them. So yeah, I think I just like learned a lot about myself and like where I can set boundaries in the future for future relationships if I see like red flags like that coming up, like I know when it's time to go now.
Mhm.
But yeah, I
Good,
think that's about it.
good. Well, I'm definitely happy to hear that um, you're healing through this, and it sounds like you're finding a great sense of self worth through this as well. So that's always great growth to see. And going into our next session, we can definitely talk more about this transition period for you and what your goals are. Um, Off of anything right now, do you have any specific goals for our next session or anything you'd like to work on as we continue to meet up for our sessions?
Maybe just like building some more skills around um developing back my independence, like taking bigger steps than just like getting groceries by myself.
Mhm. Gotcha. Well, that is a great goal to have, and I just jot that down for next time so I make sure we can talk about that and continue to grow in that part of your life. Um, is there anything else you would like to talk about before our session ends?
No, I'm feeling good.
Oh, that sounds good. Well, thank you so much, Sarah, for coming in today. I will go ahead and see you next week for our next appointment.
Cool. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.